Okay, station number 4. We're looking for a common factor. We don't have one. So now this is a trinomial where a is not 1. So I do 4 times 14. What is that? 56. I'm looking for numbers that multiply to 56 but add to negative 15. I got 1 and 56, negative 1 and negative 56, 2 and 28, negative 2, negative 28, 8 times 7, and negative 8, negative 7. That's the winner. Those add to negative 15. So I rewrite, when a is not 1, I have to rewrite the first term, rewrite the last term, and split that middle term into 2. Now, what should I put first, the negative 8 or the negative 7? Which one's going to go better with 4 when I factor? The negative 8. Then I have minus 7x. That's going to go better with the 14 anyway. So remember now, once we have 4 terms, we're doing common factor by groups. So we'll do the first 2, and then we'll do the next 2. Just trying to keep it color-coded to help you out. Follow along what I'm doing. Do it this way. Okay, so here I'm going to divide out a common factor of 4x. So if I divide both by 4x, then the first one I get just x left over. And here, if I divide by 4x, I get minus 2. In this guy, because it's a negative, I'm going to divide out a negative, and 7 is the common factor. Notice that the first time I have to divide out the letter 2, but the second time it's just a number. So if I divide out negative 7, I'm left with an x minus 2, because a positive 14 divided by a negative 7, right? That's what I'm dividing by. Okay, now I notice that each one of these parts have x minus 2 in common, so I'm going to common factor that. And what's left is, if I common factor out the x minus 2, I'm left with 4x minus 7. Okay, number 2. There's no common factor, so this is going to be one where a trinomial where a is 1. So I've got n and I've got n. You got to know the structure. I got a 15 here, so I'm looking for numbers that multiply to 15 but add to negative 8. So I've got 1 and 15, negative 1 and negative 15. 2 doesn't go into 15. 3 and 5, negative 3, negative 5. That's our winner, negative 3 and negative 5, because they add to negative 8 and multiply to 15. Okay, solve this one. Well, this one's easy. We're going to apply the zero product property because it's already set up. The zero product property says that you must have a product on one side equaling 0 on the other side. We've got it. It's ready to go. So when I apply it, the property says, well, if I make the first factor 0, that'll be a solution. And if I make the second factor equal to 0, that'll be a solution. So I just need to solve these. I don't need the parentheses on there. So if I solve this one, I get one solution. And if I solve this one, I get the other solution. That's station number 4.